Well, it's very simple. You see, your body is tripartite, which means that it has three parts to it. It has a body and a soul and a spirit. So you have this little lining. So your body is like a car tire. So you have a physical body, but in your body, you have another body. That's your soul. And your soul frames the outline of your flesh. So when you die and you go to heaven, you're going to be in a body just like this one, but it's going to be a spiritual body. That's your soul. Now, in the Trinity, your soul comes from God the Father. And why do you have to burn in hell? Well, because God is the God of the living. The problem is, can God make your soul unexist? Can he make it cease to exist? No, because he's the author of life. So once God brings a soul into existence, something that's alive, he can't make it unexist in terms of your soul, because your soul comes from God the Father. Now, in eternity, when you leave this world, is there going to be entropy in eternity? The earth has a second law called the law of entropy, which is the most easy to observe law in nature. And it's that everything winds and breaks down and breaks down and breaks down until it's just nothing, right? So why does that happen? Because there's a loss of energy in the system. There's a loss of energy. So if somebody takes an object like wood or paper and they burn it, what happens to the object is that it continues to burn and burn and burn until the thing disintegrates. But the problem is that your soul is not subject to this law. It's not subject to it. So because your soul is not subject to this law, it burns forever. You say, why? Because in eternity, there is no loss of energy. God is the mass infinite energy. He creates it. There's no lack thereof. There's no lack thereof because he's there. But because we're in a system that's cursed and losing energy and it's winding down, our physical body is subject to that law, but your spiritual body is not. So what happens if your spiritual body is not subject to the law of entropy? It burns forever. Now think about this. If you take a piece of paper and you burn it, eventually the fire has to go out and it loses temperature until it dissipates. But if somebody is burning in hell at 1 million degrees Fahrenheit, there's no loss of energy, so they will stay burning at that temperature forever because the fire is not going out. The energy is not dissipating. It stays at a constant of whatever that is. It's a little scary, right?